What's up, everyone? Welcome those who are popping on the live stream. Going live here to share live podcast. I'm going to tell you guys how I once generated roughly $45,000 just from 3 hours of follow-ups with former clients. And so I'm going to explain what that follow-up sequence looked like. And what's up, some of you guys popping on. I'll explain what that follow-up sequence looked like. And really, there's this really big opportunity that you have when it comes to existing and former clients to not only potentially re-sign them into your program, but really to leverage it for referral opportunities. So this is something that I was thinking about because it's summertime, right? And we know summertime, a lot of people, they have obstacles, right? They've got kids home from vacation. They've got all these, temptations in front of them. A lot of times they put their fitness goals in the back burner. And a lot of times that results in our businesses slowing down. So those of you guys popping on live, what's happening? I'm going to share with you how you can generate how I generated, I don't know if it'll work for you, but it should, how I generated $45,000 from just 3 hours of texting with former clients a few years ago. So let's go ahead and jump in. Those listening on the podcast, thanks for joining us again. So this was a few summers ago where it was like midsummer, leads were slow. And most people we know during the summers, they're just trying to keep up with their kids being out of school, summer vacations, cookouts and parties, kids sporting events, weddings, the whole nine. So what happens is the thought of hiring a coach becomes really on the back burner, right? So I was getting frustrated at this time because I just could not seem to generate any new clients. And rather than kind of sitting on my ass and crying about it, I just got creative. And I remember a former boss one time who was my sales manager came to me during a period when leads were slow. And he was like, dude, why are you just only focusing on new leads that are coming in? You should be following up with those who have already purchased from you. And man, that was like a light bulb moment. And so what I did is just started to hit the phones with all those people who have bought anything from me in the past. And those people are already more trusting. There's a relationship that had been built. So they're just so much more likely to buy again. But we shouldn't only look at this through the lens of trying to get them to buy again. And I'll explain what I mean. So here's what I did. I created a list of around 45 former in-person clients, online clients, and I sent them each a personal text. And here's what the text looked like. And I just said, hey, name, it's Jordan. I hope your summer's going amazing. I just wanted to check in and see how blank has been going. The blank is essentially something that's personal to them. You should have notes on those former clients, right? Do they have kids? Maybe they were working towards a job promotion. Maybe there was something important in their life that you were helping them through. Try to not relate it to their fitness goal right away. Keep it personal. So it might be, hey, how are the kids? How's summer vacation going for them? Or how's the new career going, right? Because maybe they transitioned jobs while you guys are working together. Or maybe they just have some hobby they were passionate about, right? So just relate it to something that subconsciously, when they read that text, they're like, oh, damn, Jordan really remembered that detail about me. And I would send that text, and then I would have one more follow-up that just said, hey, hope to hear from you soon. Of those 45 texts, around 39 replied. And what I did is continued the conversation from there to ask them, how things were going related to the goal that we were working on when we worked together, right? How are things going? A lot of times it might be fat loss or muscle building or general health, whatever. And I just specifically asked, how is this thing going, or how has this thing been going since we stopped working together? And two things would happen. Okay, I would get two versions of a response. Version A, they would explain how, they've fallen off and reverted back to old habits. They've maybe regained some of the weight. And, since we stopped working together. Or B, they would say, man, things are going incredible. They continued progressing. They're ecstatic about everything that I'd done for them, etc. So here's the magic sauce. Around 11 of the 39 responded with version A in terms of things have not been going great. I've kind of fallen off. And obviously we don't like to hear that as a coach, right? We want our former clients to reach sustainability, but obviously it's going to happen. Without the accountability, people are probably going to fall off. So 11 out of 39, not a bad rate. But with those people, here's what I said. I was like, man, look, that's normal. I kind of validated them. Look, that's normal. Don't beat yourself up. Look, would you be open to hopping on a quick call next week? I'll see if I can offer some guidance. And I also have a few specials right now, specifically for former clients. So if we do end up working together, you can save some money for us to get started together again. Or actually, here's actually what it said. It said, I'll see if I can offer some guidance. I also have a few specials right now for former clients. If us working together again would be the best next step for you. And then I sent that, and then I just said, no worries either way. I like always sending a no worries either way because it just kind of lowers sales resistance, right? So of those 11 people in that camp or in that category, I ended up re-signing 6 of them. And at that time, I had a $2,400 16-week program. So that was $14,400 in revenue. And so the remaining 28 who replied back that everything was still going awesome, here's what I said to them. I said, hey, that's great to hear. Congrats, on being such a badass, whatever. Hey, by the way, do you mind if I ask you for a small favor? Okay, so get a little micro commitment there. And they would reply, yeah, of course. I'd be happy to offer you a favor, right? Because they've already said that they're so happy with everything you've done for them. So the law of reciprocity states they're really apt to now return the favor in that situation. In fact, it's one of the most fulfilling things somebody can do. If you do something for someone, that person often wants to do something for you. Okay, so I responded back with, hey, since summer is often the time where most people fall off track, I'm running a referral special to help more people and to help my former clients earn some extra vacation cash. Send. Would you be against sending 2 to 3 people my way who would at least benefit from having a conversation with me about coaching? Send. And then one final text said, and if anybody is a great fit for my program, I'll send you a $125 cash referral as a thank you. And so of that text, okay, of those, I think there were, 28 of those people, I ended up generating 36 referral contacts, right? Because not everybody followed through. I had to follow up for a few days, but I got 36 new referrals where those former clients actually sent me a text introduction. Hey, this is Jordan, the person I told you about. I really think you could benefit from chatting with him, yada, yada. And so of those 36, I got 25 book calls from that. 22 showed up to the call. 19 of those 22 were actually qualified and, a great fit. I turned a few of them away. They just weren't really, a great fit for my program. And so of those 19, I closed 13, right? And I had a $2,400 16-week program. So that was a total of $31,200 in new contracted sales, totaling between the former clients who signed back on and all the referrals that I generated from this process. It was a total of $45,600, okay? And so what I was like, that was a mind-blowing moment for me. I'm like, man, I need to have a process around this to make sure that I'm always following up with former clients. So what I started to do was anytime somebody would leave my program, I would just set a reminder on my calendar for usually 45 to 60 days to follow up with them. And this continued to drive referral business and to get them to re-enroll back into the program, depending on how things had been going since we stopped working together, right? And just remember, the people who already have an existing relationship with you are just a much easier sale, all right? They're much more likely to commit, and they're more likely to reciprocate in terms of sending you referrals. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully you can take this framework, you can take this and implement it into your own business, generate some referrals, and reactivate some of your former clients. And that's it. Thanks for hanging out with me. Those of you guys on the live, appreciate you tuning in, and see you on the next one.